In this demo, I will show you what is dkNET resource report and how to use dkNET resource report to find and make decisions on selecting a research resource, such as an antibody for your research. dkNET is one of the developers and supporters of RID, which stands for Research Resource Identifier. RID is a unique identifier required by many journals to identify key research resources in the methods section. dkNET aggregates information about resource identified by RIDs and provides a concise report called a resource report. The resource type that we currently have, including cell line, antibodies, model organism, plasmid, and biosamples. We also provide protocols resource report, utilize digital object identifier DOI. Resource report can help researchers find and evaluate resource. For example, if you would like to know if an antibody is specific, or if there is validation information available, or if there are any issues, who else is using these software tools, you can check resource report. So what is included in the resource report? Here is an example of antibody resource report. Resource name section, including name, RID, and the proper citation. Resource information section provides a detailed overview of the select resource. The information is aggregated from authorized source. For example, for each antibody, resource report returns general information from the antibody registry, which is an online database containing over 2.5 million antibodies. In the usage and citation metrics section, dkNET aggregated literature citation of the RID. By clicking on this section, view full usage report. This will bring up additional analytics such as usage by year, other resource that's frequently mentioned with this resource, and a mention list that including the snippets that the computer finds the RID of this resource in the article. By clicking the PNID, you can also check information of each mention. In the collaborator network section, you can find a list of researchers who have used this resource based on location. You can type in location or search using your location. For example, if you are looking for researchers in Boston, then select Boston. You can then find a list of authors in Boston area. Rating and alert section. In this section, the antibody issues and the validation information are aggregated from multiple online databases, such as ENCODE, Human Protein Atlas, or Research Community. The data and the source information section shows you where the information comes from. We also including authentication plan section that helps you to make authentication plan and connect you directly to our authentication report service. Here, I'm going to give you a demo of how to use dkNET resource report to find and select an antibody. When you go to dkNET.org, the dkNET homepage, click resource report. Then select the resource type of your interest. In this use case, I'm going to select antibody. You can also select antibody from the homepage. Now, if we want to look for an AKT antibody, type in AKT in the search box. Then click search. Note that if you are looking for a report of a specific antibody, you can type in vendor and catalog number. You can see there are over 1,400 AKT antibodies returned. You can switch between snippet view and table view. This is table view. So dkNET provides filters to allow users to select antibody with mentions, and validation information when it's available. You can refine the result by using other facets such as target, organism, or clonality. For example, here I'm going to use dimension filter. We found that there are 100 of them have literature citation. And then we found that only one antibody have both mentions and the rating information available. Now you can click the name of the antibody to see the resource report. In this case, a rating information is coming from a research community called the Intestinal Stem Cell Consortium. So based on the information provided, we know that more than 427 papers have cited this antibody. So many researchers have used this AKE antibody, and the research community has provided a rating, and there is no issue found. You can also check the application information and decide which antibody that is best for your research. We hope that dkNET resource report can help you to find and select your antibody easier. Save your time and do your research efficiently. Hope you find this tutorial useful. If you have more questions about how to use dkNET, please contact us at info@dknet.org or use the help desk on the lower right corner of dkNET website.